Hello and welcome to FarmSpace. My name is Pia and I'm one of the new faces that Tinas and Andre have decided to recruit. So today we're in the beautiful Waterberg area. We were chatting to Alan van Coller. He's the owner of Alden Buffalo, so let's see what he has to say. Hello Alan, how are you doing?
Fine, thanks. Yeah.
So Alden Buffalo, chat to us about the origins and where you guys started.
Yeah, 15 years ago we moved up into the Waterberg onto our farm here, and we decided to farm buffalo, only buffalo. We did have some cattle to start with, but our main enterprise is buffalo. The reason being because we were looking for an animal that was suitable to the hard bushveld farm that we were on. It's not a very productive area, and the buffalo were very suitable to our farm. So yeah, it's an animal we wanted to work with.
And why buffalo? What makes them so special to you?
Yeah, buffalo, they're amazing animals to work with. They really, each one has their own personality, and yeah, there's very different levels of quality in terms of genetic quality. You know, one of the big things is the disease-free status of buffalo. When we started, there weren't a lot of disease-free status buffalo. Most you can't sell them to anywhere else in the country. So there was opportunity to actually promote the gene pool and the population of buffalo, which from a conservation point of view was quite attractive, as well as just yeah, the privilege of working with amazing animals.
And what makes buffalo farming different to, say, your normal cattle farming, especially in this area?
Yeah, they're quite different. There's a couple of things. Working with them is very different. You're dealing with a wild animal now. So cattle, you know, if you're working with cattle, they would just go, you put them into a crush if you need to treat them. With buffalo, they're running around in the bush, and you've got to dart the animal. You've got to then, if there's a problem, to treat them. If you sell a buffalo, it's a very, very different story to cattle. You've got to test for 4 different diseases. So when you sell a buffalo, you have to dart them twice. One for the blood tests, and then a second time to read TB tests. So it's quite a costly thing to sell a buffalo. And then you've got to, after you've tested them, then they have to stay in isolation for another probably 3 to 4 weeks while you wait for the results. So it's not a quick turnover thing where you can just load up your buffalo and take it off to an auction.
So it's quite hard to initially get started in
Yeah, there are a couple of barriers getting into the
And do you have any tips or tricks for upcoming buffalo farmers on how to manage their processes better?
Yeah, I think it's if you can work with your animals closely, you can bring those costs down a lot. We on our farm we do a lot of the stuff passively, so we don't use helicopters to dart the animals. We've just got them into a way that we can work with them, and they'll follow us into a passive capture area, and then you can dart the animals you need to. So you can cut your costs down quite a lot by just how you work with your animals. Your feeding, you can bring your costs down in terms of how you feed. Your grazing systems, that's quite important. We actually, having said there's a lot of differences, one of the similarities that I've taken is to farm with the grazing like cattle farmers do, in terms of moving buffalo from one camp to the other.
Okay.
Because that gives your camps, your good grasses a chance to recover, and you actually can increase the carrying capacity on your farm up to 3-4-fold. So yeah, that's definitely one of the big areas that it's helped us.
And what are you doing to set your buffalo apart?
Yeah, one of the big things I think for the future to do well in the buffalo industry, because there are a lot of buffalo now, and the market is reaching a level of saturation. But good genetics is always the thing that will sell. So that has been one of our focus. Our focus is to look at getting good genetics and enhancing the good genetics that we do have.
You recently had 2 auctions. How did that go for you?
Yeah, we had recently, there was the Classic Game Breeders limited edition auction, and then the Classic Game Breeders, 1 week later we had the Classic Game Breeders annual auction. It went surprisingly well, given the the difficult times we're in at the moment. We weren't expecting the support we got, so we're very grateful for this kind of support that we had. And there does still seem to be good demand for buffalo and game in general.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Alan.
Oh, no, pleasure. Thank you.
So that was Alan van Coller from Alden Buffalo. If you need to get hold of him, make sure you follow him on all his social media platforms, and he's even got a website as well. Till next time, cheers.